Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to the beautiful fall of the Pacific Northwest. As we are in the third day of autumn, as you can see we got our tanker. We're coming up to fill up with some milk. There we go. If you remember last episode, we were watching the price of milk. It was still rising when I went to quote-unquote bed in seasons, you know, alt N. And woke up this morning, the price is 801. Let's see if it's still 801. Where are we here? Did I just go by it? Yeah, 801. That's why I'm at times 1. I don't want to start dropping just yet. I filled up the moo cows with some Total Mix rations this morning. 36,000 liters. And that actually, 36,000 liters of Total Mix rations actually gives them about 15,000 liters of power food. The rest goes into silage. They're doing well. Their health is slowly crawling back up. So that's where we are with that. The silage has fermented to 82% or so, but the price of silage sucks. So, yeah, if we look at that while we're waiting for that tanker to fill, yeah, it's not that great. Yeah, 421 and dropping. Actually, yeah, 421 and dropping. 416 up at the top there. But I wouldn't sell it there. Don't want to sell it there because we can get some... It's just better. It's all down here. I'm not going to transport up there no matter what. So, looks like we're full. So we need to head up. And we'll sell some milk, get some cash. I do need to sell that trailer right there because I'm probably just paying vehicle maintenance fees on it right now. It's probably like $5 or $10 a day anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But its cash is sitting there, and I don't plan on using that again. Like I said, the next time we do the big field down here, we're probably going to use this Volvo truck along with a bigger trailer, and we use a forage harvester, the twin brother to the Big M. What is that going to be? The big... oh crap, I forgot what it's called now. Well, the forage harvester crone. I forgot what letter that one is, but you know what I'm talking about. Use that and a grass picker upper and throw it in the back of a trailer. Less trips to the BGA will save me lots of time. When I first started mowing that big field, it was, you know, the John Deere followed by the T6 New Holland, and it took me like in real time like 3.5 hours to do that field. And now last time I did it with Big M on course play and me following up with the T8 and the 50,000 liter forage wagon, I think it took me like 1 hour and 45 minutes. But hopefully with the modded trailer that I can buy that holds 200,000 liters and this Volvo, and we do it, I can probably do it in less than an hour. But we need cash, and our cash is going to come from, you know, selling that silage. And we do have a lot of rye sitting in a silo, but the price is starting to slowly go up. We just got a great demand for spelt, but not a great demand for rye just yet. So no rush into selling that. Also, when I went to pick up this trailer, because it had water and we left it by the chickens, I did top off the chickens with some water. But while I was there, our no, sorry, I always want to say canola. It's actually soybean. Our soybean field has turned and is ready for harvest. I don't know if we'll get to that today or not, but we will see. If we do, that's going to be the last thing that we do. But first things first, we gotta deliver this milk and get our good price for it. Pay off a little bit more of our loan. Let's see, I need to go out of camp for this, because in order to turn in here and get the angle that I want, those trees, don't quite help too much. And this is why I use a European Volvo instead of V&L 690 Volvo, because the long nose would be so hard to turn around in here. So we'll go from minus 7,500 in the hole to probably somewhere around 37,000 in the good, then we'll pay off some more of our debt, as we're trying to do. But once we sell that silage, we'll be able to buy a couple more things. Number one, we need to buy that seed drill, the Condor, for the lower field, so I can do, it's a modded one, so I want to be able to do corn and sugar beet next year, so we can start getting some pigs into the action. More animals to take care of, I know, but you know, it'll be a fun challenge. You give us more to do, different things to do on the videos that I do. It seems like every 5 episodes now I'm cutting grass, but actually we got 48 grand for that, so I can actually pay 40 grand of our debt off, which is great. It'll get us down even more. So we're under 1.25 million, 1.25 million in the hole. And I don't want to sit here and borrow, but we were 1.5 million. That's as much as I could borrow right now, but we don't want to borrow anymore. And what the heck happened to that field? That's interesting. Alright, let me get out of here. Maybe. No, I knew I took a bad angle. I kind of hit the fence post. But either way, I need to head back down to the cows, because either I got to get water for the tanker or refill it with milk at some point. The sheep and the chickens don't need water for a while, which, I mean, a couple days, really. Gotta make sure I take that corner wide, because the trailer sometimes hits by the pig farm. And I was going to check the price of soybean here, but I'll check in a second when I get down below. Well, I kind of decided we're going to hook up the trailer, head back up, and we're going to get that combine rolling. I want to harvest that field. First I thought, yeah, we need to sell that soybean and make some cash, but really, I kind of need to save the soybean for the pig food mix. So we'll keep that all in storage. But when we store this, we're going to bring it up to the other storage point up here, to where we can load it up on the train, and the train can bring it down to the pig food mixer for us instead of us traveling it down there. So we'll do it that way, just to make it different. Get to use a train. Like I said, I've only used a train maybe once or twice. And I was on Goldcrest Valley when the FS17 first came out. We'll park the truck right over here. That should be good enough. And at least by us harvesting this, we can kind of put the header away. And then I can take the combine down and we'll grab the other header, the corn header. And we can pick that up and put that away before winter arrives. So let's unfold this. Pick up our beautiful header. No. That's because why it's not working. I'm on the wrong tool. There we go. And I think I might even use GPS on this. It's not a big field, but it's big enough to where you probably want to use it. So let's set this up here. Bring this on over like that. Make sure that's like that. We'll do that. And I'll do the turning ourselves. This is just to help me keep it straight because, well, you know, I'm me and I kind of suck at keeping things straight. And we'll see what kind of a yield we get out of this. I think last year we got pretty close to... I thought it was 60, but that doesn't seem right. I have to see what we get this year. But you have to remember, this was not one field. Was it one field last year? I don't even remember anymore. I'm losing my mind. But for now, we're going to store this. But I think what I want to do, because I could also do sunflowers next year down below. But I think sunflowers go for a decent price as well. I have to do one of these headlands here because this fence is just way too close. And there we go. Now I don't know if the CR1090 is going to be an FS19 or not, but I kind of mentioned that I did finally take a sneak peek at the official website for the equipment that's known to be an FS19, and like we said, the T6, T8, and T9 are in there. Thankfully the T8's in there because that's kind of like my favorite tractor. As for the harvesters, like I said, I do like this harvester only because this header does not need a trailer header. Or a header trailer. Yeah, words in the right order would help. Is it the Massey Ferguson combine that they've pretty much been showing off since they've kind of announced the FS19 release? I may look into that when 19 comes out, but I'm pretty sure when 19 comes out, it's going to be a while before, you know, any of the heavy stuff will be bought on my farm. Yeah, when 19 comes out, I kind of plan on doing the, where I got to place everything. You know, I want to do, you know, place my own farm, all the animals, all that. I kind of want to place them on my own. Give that a whirl. But that's about 2 months from today, isn't it? Seems like a long way off, but it doesn't seem long ago where I was saying, oh, well, we got 4 months to go, so we got a ways to go, and now we're already halfway there. Yeah, it looks like we're probably going to get maybe like just about 30,000 liters on this field, even if that. Actually, I can look. When we get to the end of this row, we'll look to see what's in our inventory, because that'll be what we had last year. But I think you got to subtract 7,000 liters, because usually when you start a game, you get a little bit of crop in the silo of each of the main crops that are in the game. Actually, I may even have sold some soy. I have no idea anymore. I don't know what I'm talking about. How much soybeans do I have in? Yeah, I must have sold them last year. But we're already pretty much halfway done with this field, and we're not just barely halfway to 30,000, so we might not even get to 30,000. I do like fall when the trees start to turn colors. It's actually starting to happen where I live already. Trees are starting to turn. It's starting to clutter up my lawn. Well, all the oranges and reds are starting to show a little bit. Take a little screenshot there. That might be your thumbnail right there. But you already know what the thumbnail looks like. Probably. Unless you weren't paying no attention when they clicked on the video. I didn't know I was going to be harvesting this episode, and I kind of forgot when I came up to get the tanker for the milk. I went, oh yeah, that's right. Nope, you can get going. There you go. Oh, turn the HUD display back on for us. It's funny, I like the yellow color on the New Holland Harvester here. But if you've been watching my Farmers Dynasty series, that harvester is almost the same color yellow, and I hate it. Only because, you know, that harvester, I think it's supposed to be a class harvester. I think it annoys me that it's not that green color. Yep, so we are going to definitely be shy. We probably won't even get to 27,000 liters, but we got what we got. And it'll be a good starting point for our pig food next season. We're not going to have that many pigs, but I kind of forgot, you know, how much it takes to take care of the pigs. I haven't used this mixer for pigs before. Yeah, we can turn that off now. Pipe out. Yeah, in the map I was on, we had a different pig food mixer. Yeah, basically the pig food mixer I had was you filled it up with sugar beet or potato, and you made that the grain, and you added water, and you got your pig food mixture. I think I'm just going to drop. Actually, let me turn this around this way. Nope, nope, wrong. That goes out first. I may use the John Deere to park the header away for the year. And like I said, the harvester, you know what, we're in the harvester, we'll take it now. Steve down at sales wants us to come pick up our header finally, so let's go pick it up and we'll put it away. I don't think the town would appreciate me driving on their road with a tracked harvester. Although I think the trackpad on the harvester probably wouldn't hurt the road. But again, I'd never driven one before, so I couldn't tell you. I do live in an area that has quite a bit of farms, and one of the farmers does have a New Holland harvester, but it's a lot smaller and a lot older. So New Holland harvesters do exist around where I live. Probably should have went in the other entrance, but this is fine right here. Perfect. We'll be using this next year for corn. And maybe sunflowers as well. No, I want to go this way. I don't want to go over the bridge. We're going to go put this in by one of the sheds by the moo cows for now. And this will not be used at the upper part of the farm because I think it'd be hard to get in some of the areas with it. Right now we're just going to put it in this. Actually, you know what? I want to put it in the other bay. This bay here would be for utility stuff. There we go. I was going to say, while we're down here, we'll actually wash the harvester, but that's still being occupied. Yep, gotta be careful with how much horsepower I got modded into this harvester. Can do donuts with this thing, no problem. So let's drive this back up. We'll give it a good wash, and we can park this away for the season. And here we are. And while I'm washing it up, it's filling up with some diesel fuel. Might as well, we're sitting here. It needs almost 1,000 gallons. Yeah, I do have a 3,000 gallon tank on this thing, which is, you know, not realistic, I understand, but then either again that it can hold 100,000 liters, or that it harvests at 15 miles an hour, or it travels at the speed it does, or yeah. Yeah, so while that's filling up, we'll come down here, we'll get the John Deere. John Deere green. And we'll go pick up the header after I open up the door for the harvester. In the future, we'll probably have two of these New Holland harvesters, one for up here, one for down there. But with the money we have on the farm, you gotta do what you gotta do. And this is where it's going to get painful. Now let's see, what's my best way? I think my best way was to go in the first entrance. So let me swing around this way. Actually, I kind of need to come up here anyways. Because, you know, we gotta wash off the header. How could I forget the header? Actually, I just realized I was going to park it where I had it last year. Are you still filling up? No, you're not. So we'll take you and park you away. Careful not to go into too many mud holes, but Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. It's right mouse button, not left mouse button. Yeah, last year, I parked the header right here. But that's out in the elements. To me, that is a new shed behind that one over there. So I'm going to go see if I can... I haven't been in there just yet. But let's see. Hopefully I can just drive in somehow, but I doubt it. I'm not good at backing up articulated equipment like this. I'm not really using the shed back here for anything. And this is kind of wide enough. Let's not go down the cliff though. Almost kind of did. Can't see because of the tree, so let's zoom in just a little bit. Yeah, that kind of works for me. We'll back it up kind of far, then I'll pull it forward to make it look good. Kind of like that. It's good enough for me. There, now we got that underneath the shed. Like I said, I don't remember if that was there before or not. But I don't remember it being there. But it works for us. It gets, you know, lets me park the header there. Right, let's put the John Deere back. And let's get into this little guy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our silo down here. We'll take the rest of that 700 liters, was it, out of storage, and we're going to bring it up to the other silo. Because I may transport this down to the other silo in order to use pig food. Yeah, that should be all of it. Yeah. Yeah, I know the price is kind of good for soybeans right now, but you know, we got to start thinking about the pigs. I'm thinking for starters we get like 30 or 40. Somewhere in that vicinity. And just let them have it, in a way. So, and I think every time we get to 100, anywhere between 100 and 150 pigs, I think what I could do is we'll see how much the trailer holds that we have. And that's how many we'll buy. And then when we get that number plus 100, so say the trailer holds 40, when we get to 140 pigs, we'll sell the 40 pigs, so it keeps bringing us down to 100, and every season or so we'll kind of swap it up. I just realized I don't know where the silo is. Now I think I do. I probably will just save this because I want to make sure that this is not a sell point. It shouldn't be. But in case I screw up, which, you know, I can do. Alright, so this will be going into storage. And we can leave it in this one for a while. Until we know. And then what we can do is if I want to bring it down to the pig food mixer, well, we can bring a train up here. And that train can carry it all the way down to the silo down below and dump it in there, and then there you have it. Instead of having the Volvo trying to transport grain up and down the hill. And you're like, well, going downhill is not bad for it. Well, you know, if I run the Jake brake and have a retarder on the transmission, and we slam on our brakes once in a while down that steep hill, it's not good for the truck. Alright, it's time to play musical chairs here. Let's get the T8 out of here. the Stratman forage picker-upper doozy thinger. I want to wash this trailer. We're going to keep this trailer down here for the Total Mix rations and move the silage over from the BGA to the mixer. But you know, it needs a good wash. And in case if we ever get a good price on rye to sell that, like I said, we got 300,000 liters down here. I just got to be kind of careful not to sell too much. Although we should have enough for next season for the pigs, for the mixer. I will say this truck gets dirty kind of fast, but we do seem to use it quite often. So a little bit of dirt left. Get all that we can. And we'll back this up because the silage is not ready yet. And I just realized when I was coming down here that I was still on ×1 speed. It's like, geez, that silage should be ready. And I'm like, oh, that might be why. That's good enough back there. We'll unhitch it just in case. Pull forward, turn that off. We're going to climb into our nice clean T8. And we're bringing this to the dealership to sell it straight up. I don't know how many hours are on this thing. It is kind of a few. I'm still hoping we get a decent price for it. I'm hoping I don't regret it. I hope we have the money to pick up grass next year, but if not, I can always borrow money because we will have it. We're going to get 82,000 for it, so that's fine. Which means back into here and repay off more of our loan. Yeah, Bill at the bank's going to be kind of pleased about that. I'm going to bring the T8. I think we'll leave the T8 down here just for now. The John Deere should be able to handle everything up there. I don't think I need a T8 down here either. But we'll park this over here just for now as well. And there we have it. How much manure? Alright, so not quite enough yet to bring it over to the bioprocessing plant, which has been going for a while, so let's take a quick jump over there to see how that's doing. Careful jumping over barbed wire fences. You don't want to get stuck halfway over, just saying. So that's a good amount of fuel. Still got 10,000 liters left to go. That's a decent amount of fertilizer. So yes, it is producing it at a lot less rate than what we had in the other one, which is more than fine by me because it was overproducing by quite a bit. So we do have all winter from the cows making what they do. The one thing I don't know it does take digestate, so yeah, we can bring some BGA digestate over here if this ever runs out. Because the only thing I'd be a little bit concerned about is with the artificial fertilizer, because the more fields we have, the more we're going to burn through it. This right here is just to make seed, and of course we got fuel as well. And that is a decent amount of fuel to begin with. But you know, if we ever had to buy fuel, it would be more than fine. And the last thing we're going to check on before we wrap up the episode, now that I got the speed up to ×15, It's up to 86%. But like I said, right now, even if it was ready, I wouldn't do it today only because... where are we here? Did I already go by it? No. Now we can see the price really sucks. The milk didn't drop that far either. The milk is still at a decent price. But we don't have enough milk for a full tanker anyway, so I wouldn't make the trip. It's really not worth it. So probably next episode we'll take care of the cows. I gotta give them some straw. And we'll take care of the Total Mix Rations mixer. The silage should be ready. We'll see what that price is going for. And while we're here, where is said silage? Like we can see, the price doesn't really vary too much. Although it's showing me it's above $5.90, which I've never seen it that high. When was it that high? Because right now it kind of shows it above $5.90, and it's not $5.90. It's more like down here, $2.95. It's like right around here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure how accurate that is. We'll just go by what the price is giving us. I'm not quite sure what they're showing there. But that will do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll see you next time on the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.